For those that don't know, the Zorn Palette is a set of colours popularised by Anders Zorn, a Swedish oil painter, that consists of white, black, red, and yellow. So there's a very limited amount of cool tones you can make, and this is going to be a challenge for me. This works on oil paintings because the mixing of the colours allows for a great variety of different tones and hues. But does this translate on a digital canvas? For my reference photo, I chose a still from Aguirre the Wrath of God. This isn't for any particular reason. I just thought there was a nice kind of contrast between the greenery in the back. That would be interesting to see, to try and make that work. And there's also a lot of kind of interesting tonal stuff going on in Klaus Kinski's kind of weird goblin face. I quite enjoy kind of painting film stills. There's always something interesting going on in certain compositions that can be great practice. This experiment does start off quite rocky because I've never kind of tried to use a very minimal palette on digital before. I was very worried that all the colours were going to look very muddy in the beginning, so I was trying to figure out kind of the balance between the red, the yellow, the black, and the white. I picked some specific hex codes that I found for the colours that kind of apparently replicate the specific pigments used. So that's what I went with initially. I didn't know how the green was gonna kind of appear, but I just kind of had to trust the process. The likeness I chose was also quite hard. Klaus Kinski's got a very specific face and quite an expressive one as well. So I had to kind of figure it out as I went along. So this was quite a pessimistic piece. I didn't know if it was gonna be a success or not. So yeah. So this is kind of where it starts turning around. I'm getting more specific to the likeness and stuff like that. Yeah, putting in more of the tones. The skin's starting to look more like skin. Getting more of the specific metal kind of tones in. That I've been doing a lot of progress over that. I might do a video about my art progress. That could be interesting. But yeah, overall I've gone quite sketchy with this kind of painting. Yeah, I was quite happy with the foliage in the back. I'm not really good at that, but I kind of tried to just get it looking quite dense, as well as just like I think what really saves it is those kind of stalks, like the tree trunks kind of poking through, kind of give it that depth. Yeah, I mean, if we go back to the beginning with the oof, yeah, wow. I did not know where I was gonna go with the tones about here. Yeah, with the red hair. Yeah, so it kind of starts off very unsure, and then it kind of builds up. You just kind of got to figure out. I think the turning point for me was when I added in this darker skin tone, and yeah, from there I was like, oh, okay, I've just got to kind of. The skin can stay quite true to the reference photo, but the rest of it you kind of got to imagine there's this kind of monochromatic filter over it, because this might be different on the oil painting, but the the mixing with the black from the yellow is quite flat. So you've got to kind of add hints of red in the other parts to kind of give it that contrast in order for it to stand out a bit. But yeah, I'd say I'd say this is a success overall. I did this yesterday, so I'm kind of having the looking back on it, knowing I could have done things better. The likeness isn't spot on. There's more kind of dread in his face. There's more there's more emotion. That might be what I have to improve on. Maybe there's a secret. I'm not aware of. But yeah, that's kind of my process. I kind of start very sketchy, abstract, kind of chip away, break it down, get more precise as I go along, and yeah, um, like and subscribe, comment, um, add me on other stuff. I'll link my Instagram at some point. Yeah.